Hello, this is Mr. Kent of MrKent.com. And a few weeks ago, I got a new phone. It's an Apple iPhone. Haven't had one of those for a while, so I'm on the learning curve right now. And I have really enjoyed it, no problems at all. And I have a very good friend who lives over the mountains, over from Arizona, and in New Mexico, and he also, just shortly after I got mine, he got one. And of course, we both had Android phones before that, so we're both on the learning curve. Anyway, one of the things he liked to use was the Ariga Bebop app on his phone. And of course I've used it, and I still have it on my tablet and everything, but the only problem is they don't make that app for the iPhone. So when he went to find that, because it has all the nice information on the screen as you're flying, he went to find it to download it, and of course it wasn't there, it wasn't available, because it's only available for Android. So I could hear him crying clear over here in Arizona, and I thought, all right, let me see if I can find something on the, something in YouTube or on the internet that would be similar to that he could use on his Apple iPhone. And so I started looking, and I found this one that's called Drones Controller. And I thought, okay, it's only $4.99. I'm going to download it, try it, see if it's worthwhile, and let him know about it. And so I did that. And the rest of this video is going to have some clips that I shot trying to get it to work with my SkyController. Although they claim that it works with the SkyController, I cannot get it to work. But I'll show you all the things I went through, and this is like, maybe you can figure out a way, but I wouldn't waste my money. Anyway, I'm not going to say that right now. I'm going to wait till later. So let's get started. All right, here I am. I'm out at the park, and I'm getting set up. I've got the Bebop 2 power turned on, and I've got everything connected. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the SkyController and wait for it to connect with the drone. And so pretty soon. Okay, now it's gonna bring up, it brings up Free Flight Pro, and I say ignore. I don't want Free Flight Pro for this little test. So then I click on the DNC Bebop little icon up there, and here comes their program. And I'll talk more about the guy with the ear pulled down in a while. Okay, so when you click on fly, then this comes up, and you wait for something, nothing happens. So then I click on the little gamepad thing, or whatever it's called there, and I'm waiting for it to connect to my SkyController. Now I have to tell you, I've cut out minute after minute after minute after minute of waiting to see if it just takes a long time. But as you can see, that there's a big section cut out there. So then I start looking around, and I go to settings, and all you have in settings is maximum roll, in general there, and I'll get back to there pretty soon. But anyway, so I go back from settings, and then I click on the FPV, and so see if anything happens there. That's the little icon in the upper left. And nothing happens, and nothing. I'm still waiting for a connection. You'll notice it says it's searching for a drone. It's not looking for a controller. So then I go back, and what I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to start over again. So I get rid of the program, and I've still got my SkyController turned on. So then I'm going to go in, I'm going to click again on their little icon, and then I'm going to click on fly, and then we wait. There, now it's showing up. And by the way, lots of minutes are cut out of here because I made sure I waited long enough. And back into settings, and it was just a long, boring morning at the park. So let me see what's going on here. I'm just waiting, I think. And then I decided, okay, I'm going to bring up FreeFlight Pro and make sure everything's working. So while that was running, I brought in FreeFlight Pro. I did not do anything to fly with both programs running, but I wanted to make sure that everything was working. Now, by the way, I put my goggles on and tried that, and well, we're going to get rid of FreeFlight Pro and go back to the drone's controller program. And I'm hitting the wrong buttons there. And so then we go back to the front, and we're going to try one more time. And I'm not kidding you, I was sitting there for a long time. And so it comes up and it's still disconnected and searching for a drone and searching for a drone. And so then I click on the little gamepad again, and it goes in, and I cut out lots of minutes of that. That was a long wait. And nothing happened, and nothing happened, and nothing happened. And I could not get it to connect to my SkyController. It just would not connect, even though it says it will on their website and on their promotional video. Well, I decided, since I'd driven all the way over to my favorite park, I would fly a little bit of FPV. So I got all set up, and you know, everything I do is video, so I don't care about doing things very fast. But watch what happens to my little slow setup that I've got programmed in. I don't back away that fast, and I don't climb that fast. Just barely touching the controls on my SkyController made my Bebop just fly like it was in sport mode. So whatever that program did while it was connected to my SkyController, it changed all the settings to like as if I was in sport mode. So anyway, that was just a little short flight. I didn't fly very long because I wouldn't enjoy flying that way. So I brought it back and I landed it, and then I went home. When I got home, I decided, you know, I'm going to check and see if this thing can fly from the phone. I didn't try that out at the park. So I got all set up, and you can see this is the video I made while I was doing that. Went into settings, linked up with the Bebop power, and made sure that was hooked up and everything was ready to go. And then I started the app and clicked on fly and waited and waited and waited. I cut out some more waiting time on this. I don't know why it took so long. Finally, it brought it up on my phone. You can see, if you remember, what my driveway looks like. And it's got all the information there, and it's got that white block in the middle, and I could not get rid of the white block. I thought, okay, if I take off, then maybe it'll go away. So I take off, and I try to get rid of that white overlay, and it will not go away. I tapped on it, I tapped on the side, tapped on everywhere I could think of. And finally I decided just land the thing and forget it. When I first looked at their video, I was impressed. And I thought, you know, I'm going to check this thing out. But then I went back and I looked at it closely again, and it's pieced together. And then I went looked at the comments, and that was a little discouraging, because a year ago some guy said he'd try it. Nobody else has put a comment. So I was nice enough to put a comment that it didn't work on my Bebop controller. And then I apologized for being rude anyway, and said thanks and God bless, like I always do. Well, anyway, then I went to his channel, and although you can see he has no subscribers here a year ago, but today when you go to his channel, he still has no subscribers. It's really strange. So I just cannot recommend this app for anybody to pay $5 or $4.99. It just isn't worth it. To me, maybe it is to you, but not to me. So anyway, I want to thank you for watching, and God bless.